Hi friends, Grace Rosa here. I hope you're having a great night. It's been a great week. It's been a fun week. Just a lot going on. We had this post go just absolutely bananas. I think now 40,000 people have seen this post. What happened was one of our clients sent me a text message and basically said, "Hey, great news. The ads have been live a week and we've already got 2 implant leads booked for their consultation. And we had 5 new patients book on top of those 2 implant leads. And the 5 new patients that booked, 2 of them had appointments, showed up, had a lot of treatment that needed to be done, paid in full. And in 1 week of marketing, we've generated and collected $48,000." And I'm like, that's great. Fantastic. And I screenshotted the conversation and I shared it to a Facebook group. And of course, the reaction was pretty big. It was, yeah, right. This feels contrived. This can't be real. And so I wanted to take a minute to tell you, first of all, how did that happen? How did we generate results so quickly? Especially because I take my time with clients talking about expectations, how long it takes to get results, the learning phase. Like I set all of this education in place, but this was kind of like a perfect storm of a situation that I think it's important for you to understand all the aspects so that every single one of my clients isn't expecting $48,000 collected in the first week of running their new ads. So let's talk about what makes this situation with my client, her name is Sarah, different and maybe quicker to work than what other people see. So the first thing is she is a returning client. She's worked with us before in a different practice. And in the practice she used to work at, she not only did marketing with us, but she's also intently watched some of my training courses on dental implant marketing, how that looks, on phone skills and conversion. I have a course about marketing effectiveness, a course about virtual consultations and what should be included in those virtual consultations. So she has not just watched a video one time. She has literally studied this information and she's put sales protocol and process in place at her previous office. And then she moved across the country, got a new position as an office manager, and said, listen, we've got to hire Identity right away. We've got to hire Grace. I've worked with them before. Just trust me. And so she came with this risk tolerance that most first-time advertisers or marketers, or even not first-time marketers, most dentists that have maybe not had the best experiences with marketing, and I'll tell you why later, don't have that risk tolerance built up. They can't just enter the relationship and say, yeah, let's invest $5,000 a month, run these ads, have these offers, have this protocol, answer every call, have online scheduling, have social proof, and all the dots align, and we're up and running in a week, and we've got leads and we've got bookings. Most people are not equipped, especially in dentistry, to sell. And when I send these presentations, they're like, oh, maybe my team will watch them later, and they don't actually put a communication and sales protocol in place, or they don't have team members that take accountability for the conversion of leads. And I just want to stop there for a second and say, it doesn't take much to get your team really invested. Give them the information and then tie their performance to their pay in one way, shape, or form, and they will buy in like you haven't seen before. So it doesn't have to be that hard to get someone on your team kind of transformed into a sales leader. I know we don't like the word sales, so let me define that for us. It just means helping people want the dentistry that they actually need, that's actually going to be in their best interest through education. So write that down. Helping patients want the dentistry that they need, only what they need, nothing more, nothing less, through education. That's what sales is. So you don't have to be afraid of that word. If you are, call it whatever you want. But it's well intended, okay? And this isn't like a bait and switch, high pressure sales environment. This is kind of basic stuff. This is very basic verbal skills training. And I just think a lot of dentists go into business and their teams are in business with them, and no one ever gets any formal training on actual verbal strategies. So there were a few things, right? Her trust was already there. Her ad spend was fair. I think she's probably spending 3 or 4,000 on Google ads, and then maybe another 1,000 on Meta ads. And here's the other thing: she's got the trifecta of marketing services. So she's got SEO going in the background, and we're moving fast, making progress on that. She's got Google ads going and generating clicks for very highly relevant keywords. And we're transparent with her on what those keywords are. And then the third piece of this is then she's got retargeting going on. So once someone clicks on her ad or her landing pages or her website, they're now seeing repeat exposure for the business so that they get some follow-up before they book. Because remember, most people need to see your message 7 times before they remember who you are or take action. So for her to get such an early push of revenue isn't necessarily the norm. It's important we say that. But it's mostly because she took every single lead and she converted it, because she has the verbal and sales skills. She knows when to run her ads. She knows how much to spend. We're able to coach her on it, and she was able to trust our lead on that. So I can tell you, it is a true story. This did happen. That was a real text message I got from a real client who's been a client for several years in 2 different practices. And it's maybe not the norm, but it's absolutely possible for most of the practices that we work with. Now, the one exception here is if you're a brand new startup. You're not going to get momentum as quickly, even with ads, if you're a startup, because your social proof, those instances that build up your reputation, are naturally not going to be as powerful. So you won't have as many Google reviews in place. You won't have as many video testimonials or before and after photos of patient cases. So when people get to your landing pages, it's not going to convert at the highest possible level. So it's important that we run the ads properly. Our targeting is stellar. Our negative keyword list is robust and detailed and awesome. We have transparency with you as to what to expect. You've got a strong ad spend so that you can be positioned high on the page, and your team and your processes are set up for the highest possible level of conversion. And this is what it takes to just go whoop and dial up business. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you have a great day. And for any of you skeptics out there, I hope this clears it up. Thanks.